Hi everybody, welcome back to our van build series. I am Mike and this is Sir Cedric, our 1988 Mercedes T1 Bremer, which we currently convert into an overlander camper van. This time we want to build the closet for our clothes, and it will consist of 2 long drawers and a cabinet door. And in this video I want to show you how to build solid drawers with soft close runners, then doors with soft close hinges, and my personal favorite, the Everlock Latches, which not only are super stylish, but they also automatically lock the door and the drawer when you are on the road. Maybe first I have to talk about my little bit stupid layout for the closet. Yes, generally speaking, big wide drawers in the middle of the aisle would be better, and do that if you can, but unfortunately I couldn't do that because the heater had to be exactly in this position and nothing else, because otherwise it would get into conflict with the axle or some structural beam of the van or the exhaust system. So the freshwater tank had to move to the right, and I lost the possibility of big drawers over a centrally mounted water tank. But now let's start building the drawers from scratch. In order to stay lightweight, I used 12mm poplar plywood for the body, but 15mm for the front panel. I personally prefer to use screws instead of dowels and wood glue. For me that's easier and faster because I don't have to clamp it for hours to wait for the glue to cure. But I would definitely recommend to use this kind of corner clamps, which make work much easier, and you have the guarantee to get 90-degree angles and a drawer that really fits. I start with the bottom and the sides of the drawer. Then the back panel. Don't worry about the screw heads because they can easily be covered with glut later. That was a really nice and fast progress. It already looks like a box, and with these corner clamps it was really quite an easy build. What we have to do now is attach the front panel, and obviously you can just use screws into the front panel, but then you see the screws or you have holes which you have to fill in sand and whatever. I want to avoid that. I also do not want to use any decoration to hide my screws, so I want to find a solution from the back. And my first idea was just to use these kind of pieces, attach them from the back of the panel, and that would be easy and really not a bad way to do that. But then I remembered that a few weeks ago I bought this tool to drill pocket holes, and I never tried it before, so I think it would be a nice premiere now. And the way it works is you drill inclined through the side panel into the front panel, and then you can completely hide the screw. So let's try that. Not sure if it works, but there is always a first time. Drilling these pocket holes is really a bit confusing when doing that for the first time. The secret is a chick to be able to drill inclined into the side wall, and a special drill bit with 2 sizes in one. The chick should be well clamped, and then drilling a perfect pocket hole is quite a simple job. By the way, this tool is also linked below if you want to check it out yourself. Next, you can use the pocket hole for a conventional screw to attach the front panel. Once you understand how genius that works, it is really fun to use this tool. Later we can close the holes with dowels, but I don't want to do that before I am sure that my drawer fits and I don't have to change it anymore. The next step is mounting the rails for the drawer. I bought these runners from a German manufacturer called Bresko. These runners have 2 nice features. First of all, they have a soft close function. That means they close the drawer automatically on the last few centimeters. And second, they open full length, so you can completely open the drawer and easily reach the stuff even in the last corner. Of course, this product is also linked below. To mount the runner, you have to take it apart. There is a latch, and we can remove that. Then I mount the smaller part at the side of the drawer. I do that 10 cm from the bottom, but that doesn't really matter as long as they are absolutely parallel. The other part of the runner has to be mounted each side of the cabinet. Of course, that parallel, which is a lot of awful measuring. But if you don't get it perfect in the first attempt, you can still adjust it. But there is one thing that you cannot adjust and that you have to get right from the beginning. That's the correct width of the drawer. There is not really any tolerance, unfortunately. When you measure the exact open space of your cabinet, let's say 31.5 in my case, you have to deduct the width of the drawer on each side. That's 2 times 1.3 centimeter in case of the runners from Bresko. Then you have to build your drawer with the width of exactly 28.9 centimeter and absolutely nothing else. Wow, it works, couldn't be better, absolutely aligned, both drawers, and yeah, for the first 2 drawers that I ever built in my whole life, I think there's nothing to complain. It opens, soft close also works, so the only thing missing is now our Everlock Latch system, and that's the next step to do, or we first paint it. All the furniture in my van will be white, and I use Osmo Dekorwachs because that's a natural paint based on vegetable oil and wax, which can even be used for kids' toys. First coat I use Dekorwachs in matte white, and second coat I use hard wax oil in white to increase the durability. Important is to sand it with 220 or better 400 sandpaper between the 2 coats to get a smoother finish. Then it's time to install the latch and knob for the drawer. And here we found something absolutely unique and unusual, but also very practical and stylish, the Everlock Latch system. First of all, there is no knob or handle, nothing that intrudes into the small space of the aisle of the van. And all you can see is this black circle around a hole, which looks very modern and minimalistic. And to open the drawer, you put your finger in the hole and open the drawer. That's cool, but not yet spectacular. But this hole is also the latch. So when you stick your finger in the hole, you open the latch. And when you close the drawer, the latch automatically locks the door. And that's really cool, because with normal push lock systems, when you are on the road, maybe you forget to lock that. Here it's totally impossible. So the moment the drawer or the door is closed, it is locked already. And also to open, you do not have to push anything, but it's just a very natural move. You stick your finger in and you open the drawer like it is not locked at all. And that's really, I think, super cool. Now let's move back in time and let me show you the parts of the latch system and how to install it. The Everlock Latch consists of this magic box, a stop angle and the cover ring, which has only a decorative purpose. On the website of Everlock you can download this template for installation. For our drawer, the stop angle has to be mounted at the top, which results in an awkward working position. For drilling the hole you need a center bit. Don't try a hole saw. This tool is the only one that makes a hole in the exact size. We need 30 millimeters. The cover ring has to be inserted with gentle force. Here I would recommend to use such a clamp with rubber arms, because other than a hammer, this tool cannot damage the coating of the ring. The box is then mounted inside the drawer. That's it. Now let's try if it works. Easy to open, and when the drawer closes with the soft close mechanism, it's automatically locked. Well, a very clever and clean solution, which I will surely use for all of my cabinets in the kitchen as well now. And if you like, you can find a link to the website of Everlock in the description below. Before finishing this video, I want to show you some nice detail of this cabinet door here. I mean, obviously it is quite small, but the cabinet itself is quite big, so access might be a problem. But I installed special hinges, not just the usual concealed hinges which you find in every kitchen, but this door opens 165 degrees, and that's really extremely nice if you are here and want to access the space which is here in the back. Installation is a bit confusing when you do it the first time, but it's not really complicated if you have this chick. First, you have to take the hinges apart in two pieces. The small one has to be mounted inside the cabinet, and the big one, which seems to come right out of a Transformer movie, is mounted at the door. It's really crazy how someone can come up with a design like this. The chick gives you the exact position of the drill holes. First part are the ones inside the cabinet. Then you turn the chick and can mark the position of the big hole in the door. Drilling this 35mm hole, you have to be super careful not to drill too deep, because obviously you don't want to drill through the panel completely. Finally, there should be just 2mm of the 15mm panel left. Of course, it would be easier to use thicker panels, but in my case that would go against my dogma of lightweight van build. The next step is attaching the small mounting plate of the hinge in the cabinet. And the big hinge itself is bolted to the door panel. Then it's just a click to attach the door to the cabinet and the job is done. Well, not completely. If the door isn't perfectly aligned, no problem, you can adjust it with these bolts in 3 ways, up and down, inside and out, and left and right. This hinge really improves the little bit difficult access to my cabinet, and of course it also comes with a soft close function. And the funny detail is, originally I bought an expensive version from a well-known brand and it didn't work properly. It was difficult to install, so I returned it. And then I found this one here on Amazon, which is really quite cheap and it works perfectly. So if anyone is interested in this product, link is of course in the description below. Yeah, and of course this cabinet door also got the Everlock Latch system. The only complicated thing was again my working position. But with the template you cannot really make any mistake. As with the drawers, the latch for the door works and looks great. The soft close mechanism again closes and locks the door automatically. Isn't that absolutely amazing? Well, the underbed closet is completed. I'm very pleased with the result and maybe I could give you some new ideas for your own van conversion project. Here in the back you can already see the unfinished kitchen cabinet, which is already a story for the next episode. If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful, it would be great if you leave a thumbs up or a comment. And yeah, if you don't want to miss the next episode, please subscribe to the channel and see you next time.